Hello. Surprise, surprise. I am, as you've seen on my title, if you did, how long has it been since you made a genuine friend? How long has it been since you made a eye-to-eye, face-to-face connection? Maybe for y'all, I still have my beanie on, sorry. For you all, it's probably not been that long. But for somebody that, like myself, I don't get out. I go to the doctor. Isn't that fun? But I've just done something, and I had to, or got to, go to deliver to a lady that I had never met, just online. And when I left her home, I truly felt like I made a genuine new friend. And I was excited. I am excited. You know, when you go from being a very social person, I worked in human resources. And this is not going to be a makeup video or anything. I just felt like I wanted to get on here and share a little bit. I worked in human resources at the hospital here in town. And I loved my job. I talked to countless. I just had face-to-face contact and talked to people all day long. And that I was great with that. I loved it. I am a people person. And when you go from that to nothing, it takes a toll on you. It truly does. It takes a toll on you. And I just truly enjoyed being able to go to this lady's home and meet her face to face. We talked on Messenger. We've talked on, and she's here in Moorhead, obviously, or I wouldn't have been able to do that. But it really does your heart good to go out and do face to face. And I know not everybody is a people person like myself. I know that, and that's okay. But it really did my heart good. We hugged each other, and I told her, I said, I feel like I just made a friend, a lifelong friend. And I believe I did. But anyway, that's what I've done today. I just wanted to share a little bit about me. A lot of you all know me for years and years. I went to school with a lot of people on my Facebook, and I was raised in Ashland, and by very loving, had a great home life, great raising, raised up in church. We sang as a family, and we done revivals all over the place, and wouldn't change that for nothing in this world. Wouldn't change it. When I was younger, it was me, Mommy played the piano, Daddy, my brother, my sister, and myself. And they kept my microphone turned off. Can you believe that? Said I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, but they wanted to include me. That right there shows you a little piece of what my mommy and daddy were like. They wanted to include me, but they turned my microphone off. But then, I guess I learned how to sing later. Oh, gosh. But anyways, raised in church, going all over the place, singing for the Lord. And then I got married. And it was not a good marriage. He was a wife beater. I was beat all the time. And he'd cry, I won't do it no more. And I'd say, okay. And never did tell Mommy and Daddy. He'd always put the bruises on me where nobody could see them. But one time he slipped up, and my sister-in-law, Terry, we were in the kitchen at Mommy and Daddy's, and she seen my bruise. And oh my, I begged her not to tell. I mean, it was obvious what that bruise was. There was no other way that bruise could have got there. No other way except for how it was put on there. And, oh Lord, I don't know why I'm doing this. But anyway, I just feel like I need to do it. Just share a little bit about me. We lived in a trailer in the back yard up on a little hill from Mommy and Daddy's. And I had taken, our hot water tank was out, so I had to bath the baby. So I went to Mommy's and bathed the baby. And when I came back, laid him on the bed, just wrapped him in a towel because I had to get back as quickly as possible because I couldn't spend time without him. So I wrapped the baby up in a towel, didn't even dress him. It was warm outside, and I put the baby on the bed back in our bedroom and was going to diaper him and stuff, and he started. And he accused me of a hideous, awful thing, and he started beating on me. Well, he forgot that the front door of the trailer was open, and the next thing we know, Mommy is standing in the hallway of our bedroom. And she was begging him to hit her. You go ahead and hit me. You hit her, you hit me. Well, of course, he didn't do that, thank the Lord. Well, me begging the whole time, screaming and hollering, Mommy, go, just go, just go. Next thing we know, we hear a gunshot. And my daddy had taken his gun and stood on the back porch and shot that gun in the air. Well, that scared my husband, and that, not only him, but, anyway, Mommy left, begging me to come with her, but he was in front of me the whole time, and he wouldn't let me leave. Well, our neighbors in front of us, the Halls, you all know the Halls, Ruby and Price Hall, they were having a picnic on the backyard. We were raised together around that block. I see Heather Powell on here. She knows where I'm talking about. Well, they come running when they heard that gunshot. And Tim Hall came, stood on the steps of the trailer. And the bottom screen of our trailer had fallen out. And I said, just take the baby, just take the baby. He took the baby. And he took him to Mommy's. He was probably 3 or 4 months old. Anyway, that was just one of I don't know why I shared that, but people, if you're out there and if anybody, it's a horrible life and it's not right, it's not fair. I went on to stay with him, I don't know how many years later, or, how long later that I stayed with him. Finally got out of it. And my boys never one time, I didn't have to worry about custody. I didn't have to worry about him taking them, because when I left, he was gone. Never to see him. I don't know how, thank you, Gail, I don't know how you can live, yes, I do know how, it's God. You can live in the same community, the same town, and never lay eyes on him. Never lay eyes on him. But and it continues to be that way for Mommy and them. They live in Ashland, and he does too, I suppose. I don't even know. Peppy. But anyway, that's how my first marriage was. It was a wreck, but God got me out of it, and never finally went sorry, Peppy. No, she listened so well. I never went back to him after I finally left and went to a shelter, and at that point on, I never went back to him. So now I am married to Mr. Cameron McKenzie. We've been married 15 years? 14 or 15? He won't watch this. He'll never know. And he treats me like gold. I'm so spoiled. It's awful. But that's okay. Everybody needs spoiled. But I worked in human resources. I love people. I am a people person. And I want to help. I just want to help. I believe that's why I love so much going live. And I feel like I'm talking to y'all. I feel like I'm talking to my friends. And I love going live. And these women talk about how I can't go live. And I can't get that in my head that there's some people that just fear that live button so much. But I don't. I love to go live. And when I find something that I like, I want to share it. So that's just a little bit, just a snippet of my background. I still love the Lord with all my heart, and He is first. He has brought me through. He's brought me through so much. That marriage of being beat, just ruthlessly horrible. It was only God that got me through that. Only God. And got my baby, and I was pregnant. When I left him, I found out like the next day that I was pregnant with our second baby. And I guess maybe that was when I said, enough's enough. I would always hold a pillow over my belly because I didn't want him to hit the baby, hit my belly when I was pregnant with our first boy. And anyway, that's over and done. God got me out of it. But if anybody out there, there may be somebody that is going through that. And if there is, please message me. I can talk to you. I can pray with you. I just want to help. And I feel like that there's a reason that you don't get on and talk about yourself. You get on and put makeup on. But it just came to me when I was coming home from meeting my new friend that I felt like I needed to get on and share. So message me. There is no ridicule. There is no blame. It's wrong. And if you're out there and you need somebody to talk to, message me. We can talk. I just feel like God led me to do this. And I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you all supporting me in these little endeavors that Mr. and I do. It is truly, truly a help. And I enjoy talking to y'all. And I believe that, Gail. I believe that somebody out there is meant to hear that. And my heart, on the way home, I was like, well, I can't do that. And it was so long ago. My boys, they don't know him. They don't know him. I don't think they would know him if they seen him in a store. It is just, I don't know. It's a tough situation, but we've all three come out of it shining. And my boys are fantastic husbands and fantastic daddies, and that's the main thing. Abuse is such a cycle. It's such a cycle. My husband, I would explain it and reason it away because he seen his dad beat his mom. Well, he didn't know no better, I'd say. Well, maybe not, but I didn't, I wasn't meant. I wasn't put on this earth to be beat on. But anyway, you all message me. I'll be glad to talk to you. And thanks for watching. I love y'all.